Yeah.
You know what a salvage title is?
Yeah.
What is that? I found this badass BMW. It's a killer price. It's a couple G's underpriced. It says it's
That means it
salvage
was.
reported.
Yeah, it means it was totaled in some way, and then that's it. Like, it could have been flooded. That's a lot of salvage titles are. That's a common thing where, like, it'll get, you know,
Arsenal
some
here.
fucking. It'll be in some flood basically, and just have a shitload of water over top of it, or, up over the engine bay, and just fuck it up enough that they'll, declare it totaled. Pretty much,
So,
it had to have been totaled out for the. There had to have been more damages done to the vehicle than it was worth, basically.
so
But
if you
it
buy
depends
a
on.
salvage title, is it totaled at that point, or have they fixed it?
Well, they could have fixed it, but it's just like the title from then on will have that, like, blemish, if you will.
It'll say it's pretty much savage or salvage.
Instead of, yeah, instead of being like the
See.
free clear title or whatever, it'll always be a salvage title. Like, you could fucking
So,
swap everything out, motor, trans, everything, I believe, and it would still. I think, it's just an insurance thing.
so for I'm trying to buy a car. I haven't had a nice whip in a long time. I've been saving up money going to college. Um, yeah, man. I probably shouldn't buy a salvage title, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, probably not. Especially not on a BMW, dude, because fucking parts for them fuckers are so expensive. It's probably what it is. It's probably something that's not, like, huge on the car, but it's fucking expensive as shit.
Very good points, my friend. Very good points.
Yeah, I'd look around. Honestly, the best thing you can do, like, you go to a used car lot, like an actual big dealership on a Saturday on the end of the month. Like, you try to get, like, the closest to the end of the month Saturday that you can go. And the reason for Saturday is because a lot of these big dealership salesmen, they get bonuses based on how many cars they can sell in a month, right? And they'll be there on that Saturday. They'll be pretty much the only ones there on that Saturday at the end of the month trying to sell cars, because they're trying to make that extra, they're trying to make that extra sale so that they can get a bonus for selling like 20 cars in a month or some shit. And on that particular day, you'll catch these salesmen willing to forego their entire commission on a sale just to get that bonus for themselves. So you'll come away with some fucking crazy deals. The other thing, trade in as well. Don't tell them you got a trade in. Like, when you go to fucking sell your car, if you bring a trade with you, they'll ask you about it and just say no, and then have them work you up a price without the trade, then have them work up a price with the trade afterwards, because
Destination marked.
What they were gonna do, they can't go back on it, but they also can't take off that value of that car. But they'll try to work it in and fuck you around if you tell them ahead of time.
Wise words. Very wise words.
We lose comm during this whole load screen between fucking waves here. But yeah, I've bought a few cars in my life. I've got fucked. The biggest scam in the world is the new car. I bought a brand new 2005 Pontiac GTO. It had 7 miles on it.
This is Dr. Strauss. One of my Ethereum harvester teams is not responding to
Then
my
I ended up
radios.
getting deployed to Iraq.
We'll
like,
investigate,
a couple
Doctor.
fucking months later.
Strike team
So
sending
they
you the
sat there
coordinates.
for half the year. I come home, there was BO5 GTOs being sold for 25 grand. Like, if I would have just waited till I got home and not, you know, put a couple thousand miles on it and whatever before I left, I would have had that car, the same fucking car, for like 7 years less, which is a deal. And then, literally within like 3 years, that car was worth about $14,000, and I paid, you know, 32 for it. It was fucking crazy.
Damn it, devalued
There's
that
not-
fucking much.
Yeah. There's not a lot of, you know, there's not a lot of cars that will hold their value like that.
This weapon is
It's
mine
gotta
now.
be something really special, like a collector edition, which those GTOs are pretty rare, and they are kind of somewhat collectible now, but it's just the same fucking story you hear the old timers tell you about their 66 or 68 GTO. They had it, they bought it for $500, or they bought it brand new for $4 grand, sold it for $500, and now they're worth $100,000 fucking dollars. Like, I'm sure I'll see my GTO one of these days and it'll be worth $1 million fucking dollars or some shit, you know. It's the way she goes, I guess, but
Every time.
what you gotta do is just find like a good fucking style make and model car that you like, and just find like you one, and then stick with it. You know, there's no point in trying to fucking keep up with Jones and, you know, keep buying a brand new vehicle and, you know, go for all that. Like, if you get a good platform, like, you can fucking keep them pretty viable year after year. Just, you know, keep up the maintenance, and you gotta have something you can afford too. Like, I bought the GTO, and I could afford to buy it at the time, but I couldn't afford to really keep it. I couldn't afford the tires on it, you know. Thing fucking went, when I changed the oil, it was like fucking 7 quarts of fucking oil, and I was like royal purple in there. It was like $9 a quart. Fucking, you know. And it took premium only, so you fucking look up there on the goddamn
Brutal.
prices and you see the most expensive, the reader board. That's what I had to pay for a couple years.
Did blow my mind that I heard from this dude. He fucking is like, so he came on like 30 years ago and worked his way up in the chain, and now he's like a part-time owner. He has this huge house, a bunch of horses. Like, his ranch fucking is like his house is just retarded, dude. I mean, it's fucking. Anyways, what he told me was that the difference between premium to mid-grade to normal grade gasoline is so minor in the gas station that you would just be just off as well, no matter what, buying just normal grade, not even mid-grade, normal grade for any fucking car in the world, shell gas, and you'd be good. And it's kind of like this sales thing they do. He also ran a bunch of fucking different, what are they called, car washes that, you know, his fucking gas station. And he told me that, you know, you pull up to the car wash, and they have fucking, you know, the normal car wash option, got a big dog, you know, the super fucking rock, and that one's, you know, $7, $15, $20. He told me to get it. It's all, it turns out that people buy just normal, the same one, when you go through the car wash, it does the gas
Things like that. Like, I got a friend that used to work in a bottling plant. He told me that the difference between like the cheap milk on the shelf and, you know, there's like $1 more a gallon. The difference between those two is the label. That is it. Like, the poppers, whatever, the same jugs, basically the same milk. It's just a fucking old thing. People walking
Our people strike
up on that
Settle the score.
shelf. Go, that's good milk. I'm getting that, and it's literally.
Here's another good one too. And fucking phones, my dude. I go out and I get this, you know, I got some
Harvester
money
team
together,
is
I'm so good, my
KIA.
life's great.
You'll need to
I'll
complete the
fucking-
extraction
I want
process.
I want ice. I'll go to
My men
no
underestimated
better. I go to the fridge and that's on the use.
Recover the Ethereum and load it into the extraction rocket.
It's on the front. It's nice. I crack the shit out. had to fucking every bucks every time. Go to Walmart, I pick up a $20 fucking phone. It's a smartphone. It's dope. It's like 40 bucks a month. Retarded cheap. Dude, I've had this phone. I've been has to have been at least a year, man. I've thrown it in the middle of the night thinking it was a spider. I'm fucking, I'm like, the window and shit, dude. It's fucking rocking, dude. And it's dope as shit, man. Like, I swear to you, bro. And I mean, I'm sure y'all know this, but the cheap shit is honestly bomb.
Sometimes. It depends. Things I think you get what you pay for, like stuff.
This is like, yeah, I just love BMW, my dude. I love BMW. And the only thing that I haven't really had the opportunity to drive, I picked up a Mitsubishi Lancer because my friend told me the Mitsubishi, what's it called? You know how they have, yeah, thank you. The Evo is actually a little bit faster than the STI because it's slightly cool. I drove the Mitsubishi, for sure it was fast. For sure it was faster than my fucking BMW was. But did I enjoy driving it as much? No, dude. Not without the leather seats, the fucking turning and everything. It was just, it was tight, dude. It was tight as fuck. So, on that basis, all I was trying to say was that I've never really had the opportunity to drive a Subaru. Now, unbeknownst to everyone else, you know, there was a period in my life they'd given me a Subaru to kind of drive around for a little bit, and it was dope. It was an Outback. It was surprisingly fast for an Outback, but those STIs and those fucking and those WRXs, man, are so tight, dude. I just think they're the coolest shit, man. And I've never, you know, I've never driven one. I don't know if they come in leather, that's gonna be a deal breaker, but have you ever driven one of those?
I've never drove one, no. That was like one of the cars that I kind of chose from when I got my GTO, because I, like, well, it's kind of a weird story, but
Purchase the harvester to release the canister.
I had the option to buy anything, you know, or maybe anything in that price range, so I fucking ended up getting
Ethereum sample acquired.
Or you did. I looked at
Besides
like
being quite heavy,
to
Ethereum emits unique radiation. It will impair your vision and movement.
You know, and when I say M3, it's a fine throats on whole fucking man.
An Ethereum canister has been dropped.
There would be a few like that. But you fucking want it's been drove hard, it's not gonna last you very long probably, but those M3s are fucking badass. Or you could go, you know, M5 if you got that kind of money. I don't know.
How much is an M5?
I don't know, honestly. I know I think it was like in 2005, the M5s had 500 horse though, and I think they just, they had like a button where you could, it was like D10 and you could deselect
Ethereum canister dropped.
cylinders and go D8, so you could go from like 4 to 500 horsepower.
I often use these back in Medellin.
Hell, are those only drive them in Colorado?
I think they're rare.
Damn. I know that the F3s are four-wheel drive. Let me look. I got a BMW pulled up right now on Car Gurus, man. Let's check this out.
Be all-wheel drive.
M5 BMW all-wheel drive.
Oh shit, nobody got the canister. Well, good game, guys. Who started these things?
BD8, one down.
2018 BMW 5 has gone all-wheel drive on us. But that's a 2018, I can't feel that shit. So, F3, man. since I've had, and I've only defeated the person I talked to about it within like 3 hours. Do get an M3. And it was just shit, dude. It was fucking bomb, dude. I love that part.
Yeah.
A strike team has secured all Ethereum canisters.
Requiem control, you may begin launch sequence.
The canister just
Launch
hurts you.
sequence in progress.
It
All
was
systems
fucking
go.
me up the whole way.
Launching in
Other
3,
missions, if you get the hero, it's like game over.
1.
Game over. I was like, oh,
I was loading it into the thing and it hit
path
0 while
trajectory
I was a
holding
half
steady.
load and it let me finish
Expected at
loading it in,
0300.
so I just figured, you know,
Thank you for
that I just
your
got lucky, you know, and that
My
it
research
registered that I
may
was
now
loading it in,
proceed.
but you're the first person to tell me that.
The beacon's nearby.
I'm going
Activate
to,
when ready.
What happened? Did we do it?
yeah, we finished it.
Oh, okay, word. I need some equipment, man. I don't fucking...
I always pick up
Alright,
bombs. Unfortunately, I didn't do much killing with them.
I could just find one, man. I'd be... That's already over.
Yep.
Cause I started looking at cars and shit. Fucking... I'm gonna go do this dragon, though. Looking good.
Too, but I think you'd be hard pressed to find one not heavily modified anymore, you know, unless you got it fairly new, and then you'd pay out the ass for it. So.
Well, what's wrong with it being modified? That sounds dope.
The problem with that is somebody's gonna be fucking driving it like it's the fucking Fast and the Furious.
So you said...
I put 96,000 miles on that. Hard fucking miles. Like I clutch, swapped it out, threw in an LS7 clutch, then I fried the rear end, swapped that out, put in a brand new rear end with all this shit. It's just fucking. If they've been performance driving it at all, like your brakes are gonna need to be replaced, your suspension's probably gonna be fucked. Like, you know, there's a lot that can go wrong. There's a lot to have too, dude. Like I've ran into cars that have like really crazy fucking race clutch setups where you can only drive it for like 10,000 miles and you gotta take that fucker in and get it rebuilt. And it costs fucking crazy amounts of money. You know, it's like there can be a lot wrong with having one heavily modified. That's why the real resale value in any collectible car is bone stock. Like if you're really smart, if you fucking know of a vehicle that's gonna be a collector's item, you fucking don't modify that thing at all. You keep it completely stock and as little miles as you can, because that's like there's a thing well, I don't know how popular it is anymore, but back in the day there was this thing called the Barrett Jackson car auction, and you'd see all these fucking badass old muscle cars getting sold. It's always the stock ones that sold for big money, you know. Anything that's like modified or restored or anything like that, it just hurts the value. You want like the same engine, so like numbers matching if you got the same engine. There's usually on the older cars there's like a number plate on the engine that match the car itself, so they can check and get it's you know, like my wife's dad's got a 68 GTO that he's probably, I think they found it in a barn and he's probably got like 30 grand into it, but it's worth every bit of $100,000. It's got the motor it came with,